Coffee, important. Especially mornings, you want to have coffee. Hello friends of animation and welcome back to my channel Honest Real Reviews. I'm Heumann. I worked as an animation supervisor on many big Hollywood movies like Godzilla, King of Monsters, Dr. Dolittle, Bloodshot, Greatest Showman and many more. I also animated a lot of dragons for Game of Thrones. If you ever questioned why you didn't get that job you applied for with your current reel, maybe this video gives you some hints and ideas. Speaking about applying for a job, keep one thing in mind. When somebody is hiring for a show, they often hire really specifically. So every show obviously has specific needs, like you have this big snake, this big monster, this tiny little thing. So sometimes they really look specifically for this kind, this type, this character of animation. Even if you have a brilliant reel, maybe this thing is just missing and that's why you didn't get a job. Maybe not. Don't put things on your reel you don't like animating. If you don't like animating snakes, but you have this brilliant snake animation, you probably want to consider not putting it on your reel because you may get hired for that snake animation and then you will do snakes only. Happened before, just saying. Put things on your reel you like animating to not get hired for animation you didn't like doing. Last time we saw a fantastic reel from RM and showed us a big variety of animation, from cartoon animation to creature animation, big monsters. And now I'm curious what Sagar has to show us today. Sagar Mandlekar, I hope I pronounced his real name right, currently working for me. I love it. Doesn't matter really how good his reel at the moment is, I already hired him and he's a fantastic animator on my current show. So Sagar worked at Method now. He worked almost 2 years at MPC, worked on a lot of movies there, Doodle, Predator, Shazam, Cats, Fifi animations. So sorry, just this name sounds funny. Starting around 2010, so a good 10 years experience. I expect high quality. Well, he shows me high quality on a daily basis. But let's see how his reel looks like.
Ladies, gentlemen, who would like to dance? I got a bad case of dancing fever, so watch out, it's infectious.
Yeah. Chi-Chi. I like Chi-Chi. And Kevin.
Despicable Me.
Survived.
It's so fluffy, I'm going to die.
I'm gonna die. I can't breathe.
And Deadpool. Chased by the arrow? I don't know. Cool. I like that he ended with thank you. So yeah, first off, amazing reel. I love it. It's great. It's variety, what I'm looking for most. It has fishies, gorillas, dragons, digidoubles, everything you wish, really. It's really cool. I especially also love the sound, the music. I think that the bass, the beat is fantastic. The sound immediately caught me as well. Boom, fantastic timing. I also love that the smoke here, this transition, this blending, love it. It's fantastic. While I was still supervising Dr. Dolittle, we worked on this monkey long time ago and changed since then, but this was one of my favorite animations done at that point. This drunken monkey was fantastic. I'm so happy that this survived in some form to the final movie. It's great. let's rip it apart. Because obviously, even though these are amazing animations, we can always find something which we could have done differently. There are probably tons of reasons why we haven't done it differently. Director, client, whoever, doesn't stop me from giving my opinion, right? This last shot. Sagar, come on, you have such a great reel with all these animations. Just stop it there. Don't put personal work in the end when you have such a great professional reel. You already showed lots of variety. This just weakens your reel a lot because this camera, well, it's really good for me to talk about, but not to do. Now I want to say Sagar already told me that he fixed the camera. This is an old version of his reel. We establish a direction. This guy is running, well, here, to this tree in the foreground, this tree here. And then we jump over the action line, because we established the action line, him, tree, visually, and then he just jumps across. We just jump the axis there, which you should not do. It's just disorientating. Well, you should not do it without a specific purpose, which hardly ever is the case in Hollywood movies. And then, bam, we jump back. But we're also not really here to discuss camera work that much. Basically, I mean, what happens in the end here is a run cycle. The run cycle is nice, but the run cycle is integrated in this nice small surrounding. If you ever have a walk cycle, run cycle, something cycle on your reel, don't just copy the reference. Make it your own, make it something special. I see so many run cycles, walk cycles in every reel, especially from students. It's boring seeing always the same, and it doesn't show much creativity. When you do a walk cycle, give it some character, give it some attitude. Take this line walk cycle and make it a cool walk cycle. Don't show me that you can roto animate the reference given. Show me what you can do with the reference. Take the walk and bounce it up, make it sad, make it a happy line. You can keep the walk, but maybe just change the posture a bit to make him a bit more proud or whatever. Just give me something than a rotoscoped walk cycle. Well, Yoshi's jump is pretty cool, and it took me a while to figure out what I don't like about it. Let me show you what I stumbled across. I think this is one of the cases where we're really close and this totally worked, but something drove me off on that jump. And one thing is, his pose here, this line, really kind of breaks here a bit. His face is really low while his shoulders are really, really high. Up here now we have the opposite, like this, which gives us nice dynamic, don't get me wrong there. The dynamic-wise, the shot works quite well. Like the head flow is quite nice, and it didn't feel like a polar bear I had in my mind. See how he looks up, and I think this was what's driving me off, because he doesn't focus on where he wants to jump. So I just think this line here, he should be a bit more broken, a bit more looking down. Would also give us the opportunity to read his facial expression a tiny bit better. And this is pretty cool, Shazam, digidouble work. It's fantastic, by the way, especially if you have digidouble work, to write that no mocap, because this was my first idea. Is this mocap? Did you just polish it up, add some facials? But with this one, I immediately know, wow, now he actually animated that. It's fantastic. Same is true for Predator. All keyframe animation down here in the corner. I love, what I really like about Chi-Chi is that he goes into pose, and when you look at his facial animation, things are happening here. So you can see a scream, ah! And then he keeps on tensing his muscles in their face. And this is really nice touch there for overlap, for, well, realism. It's great. So you just don't strike a pose and play that. You strike a pose and then your muscles still work, you still think. And as long as you think, your muscles move, basically. And so you want to stroke the pose, and then you either still tensing more up, so you go more and more into the pose, or you loosen up to go out of the pose, but something happens, right? Think about it. As long as you think, something moves. Now this dragon. Well, I really enjoyed this dragon in the movie, and this shot is also working pretty well. When we analyze it, I think the dragon generally lacks a bit weight. It's coming from a guy who animated so many dragons in my career. I'm always having fun ripping apart dragon animation. The main thing struck me here was that his wings, the wings now are going up, which birds do when they put their wings up. They're so aerodynamic, they still create some of the lift, so they can actually keep on flying upwards while dragging up the wings. His wings, her wings, don't really look that aerodynamic, to be honest. When I lift my arms up, my body goes down. Well, not while I'm sitting, but when I jump, I lift my arms up, my body goes a bit earlier down. Same thing should have happened here, but it doesn't. So the body has this flat arc, the wings go up, but nothing happens in the body. I also think this arm here could be straight. If we treat this a bit like a tiger jump, stretch out the arm before you land. It always gives you more room to tell the impact, the slowdown. Make sure the shoulders are down in this moment, and then you can tell the impact in the next frame. Why this is still a bit more straight, the shoulder goes a bit up, and then you bend it in the third frame. And here it's just a bit weightless. Also when you look at the chest area, the silhouette down here, the arm is still here. There's rotation happening, but there's no translate down happening for this jump. So it looks quite floaty in the chest area. If this chest would go down more until the second arm hits the ground as well. You have one arm and you go down as long as the second arm hits, and then you stop this, which gives a bit more weight there. This shot. Well, I think Omar, as an animation director on Call of the Wild, did a fantastic job, by the way. I think it would have been so cool if he would read a bit more of the face and we had the mouth open, better readable here in the silhouette. And if we just would have turned the head a tiny bit more towards the camera so we can read the outline of the mouth, would have been cool maybe. This guy struck me here. He's just so static. Everybody else is moving. And he's just... It's great. I hope you liked today's episode, where we look at some really awesome animation. And my compliments to the team for creating those awesome animations. I hope you're having a lovely day. Stay safe. And I hope to see you next week with some more animation reviews. Don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to drop a like if you like it. And I hope to see you next time. Thank you.